Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's tutorial. And in today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this beautiful smoky top that has a Queen Anne neckline and also a collar with a smoky sleeve. And if this is something you'd like to learn, let's just get right into the tutorial. So we're going to start by rolling our starting line, which is also our shoulder line. And from our starting line, all the measurements we need are our shoulder to our bust point, shoulder to our waistline, and of course the full length of this top. So we're just going to take the markings all over again so we can have a straight line. And mind you, this top has a button, so we're just going to mark 1.5 or 2 inches, whatever that works for you. We're going to mark that which is going to indicate as our button allowance. We're just going to rule just like so. So these 2 inches or 1.5, whichever you're marking, or 1 inch, that will serve for our button. And then we're going to rule our horizontal lines as well. After doing that, we're going to take our shoulder divided by 2, and we're starting from the button line, and we're going to add half inch because we're adding our sleeve. Our neck width is 3 inches and our neck depth is also 3 inches. We don't want it to be very free, so we're just going to connect just like so with a square. And after connecting just like so, we're going to use our curve ruler to connect just like so. After doing that, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to determine how you want your chest line to be. I actually came up by 3.5, so it all depends on you. You can make it 4 inches, but if you make it 2 inches, like the Queen and neckline will drop down so much, but and it will be saggy, so we don't want it that way. So you can work with 3.5 inches, 4 inches if that's the case, if that's how you want it to be. So I worked with 3.5, and that automatically becomes our chest line. To get our chest line, we used to come up by 2 inches, but for this case we came up by 3.5. After doing that, we're just going to mark our shoulder measurement so we can have a straight line. And I came down by 1 inch, which is for our shoulder slant, because our shoulders are actually not straight. So we're just going to rule again just like so and connect. Now, after connecting, the next thing we are going to do, we are just going to divide, because we want that part of our armhole to relax very well. Like we divided by 2 and came out by 0.75, and then I am marking my bust measurement divided by 4. So we're just going to connect to get our armhole curve. So we're just connecting just like so. Now, after connecting, the next thing we're going to determine our Queen Anne. So now, from that our bust measurement divided by 4, which I marked, we are just going to come in. Will I say in? Yes, we're just going to come in by either 4.5, either 4 inch, but I actually worked with 4.5. So it all depends on you. I worked with 4.5, so we are just going to mark like from that place where your bust measurement stop to make your armhole curve. Then after you've marked that, you're just going to curve that to the neckline just like so, and automatically we have formed our Queen Anne shoulder, or will I say yoke? Yes, our Queen Anne yoke. You can see how it's looking. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do, because this has like a smoky top, we're just going to take our exact waist measurement. There's no point of cinching and all of that. And then because this is a smoky, we are going to add about 5 inches to it, because smoky shreds a lot. If you use your exact measurement, you'll see that by the time you try to fit it in, like it's not going to be your exact measurement. Then for the end part of the dress, well, you're not taking your hip measurement there, rather you're taking the measurement of your waist, like your lower, will I say your fupa, like your upper waist there. You're just going to take the measurement there just like so, and then you add the 5 inches. That 5 inches is very, very important. So after doing that, automatically we're done with drafting off the front body. So this is our yoke or our Queen Anne, and then we are just going to cut out just like so. You can see how I am cutting. We don't need that front part because that part is square, so we are just going to take out our yoke just like so. You can see how I'm cutting it. You just follow how I am cutting, just like so. It's not really something. It's an easy top to just make, that you can easily wear. So this is what it looks like, and the other 2 inches where I'm folding now is for our button. So after doing that, we are done with the drafting of the front body. So we are just going to go over to draft the back bodies. So now for the back bodies, we're just going to rule our starting line again. But now for the back, we don't need that queen and we're cutting our normal back. Like I said, we're now marking what we used for our chest line for the front. That's what we're going to mark for the back as well, and then our waistline. So for the back, we're taking a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 1.5 for the back. You know that this is going to have a collar, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to mark a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 1.5. And of course, we're using exact same shoulder measurements which we actually used for the front, which is shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half inch, because we'll be adding a sleeve to it. Whenever you're adding a sleeve, you will add half inch so you don't shorten your shoulder. So we're stepping down by 1 inch again, and then we are going to slant that to the neckline and then rule to the chest line, divide whatever we have into two. But for the back now, we will be coming in by half inch. So I'm still marking my exact bust measurement at the back again. Now for the back, you can as well reduce the back. The back, I did not add 5 inches like I did for the front, because we don't have like so much. I didn't really smoke the back. All I did was add just 2 inch and smoked about 2 to 3 line around the waistline. So for the back, you're just adding 2 inches to it. You're not adding the 5 inches. It's for the front, except you're saying that you want to smoke the back. If you want to do smoky for the back, you are going to do the same thing. But if you're not doing smoky for the back, all you have to do is just mark your measurement and add only 2 inches or even 1.5, because if you add more than that, it will be, bogus at the back, like it's not going to lap at the back. So after doing that, we are done cutting the back. So now we're just going to transfer to our fabric or whatever material you're working with. So this is the back. Like I said, nothing has been added to it. We're just going to cut out just like so. So I actually added about 2 inch to it, because for my drafting sheet, like, it wasn't up to the length that I wanted. So after doing that, we're just going to fold, like for the yoke, like I folded into four because I'll be needing a lining. So we're not just going to keep it plain, so I folded into four. So we're just going to pin down just like so, and then we're going to cut. Now, because this down part is going to join with the main bodice, so I added 0.5 inches, but for the ample part I did not add anything. And then for the shoulder as well, then for this other front part, I equally went ahead to add 0.5 inches, because there is a lining, so it will join with 0.25 thereabout, and then we are going to turn. Now I don't have enough fabric, so this is for the sleeve. That's why you can see that my sleeve is not really that big. So if you have enough fabric, it will be beautiful if you make your sleeve big. So we're just cutting a basic sleeve, like the sleeve length plus about 2 inch, which you are going to fold with, and also run about 2 line elastic. So I came down by 4 inch, and then I'm just curving down to it. It's nothing that serious for the sleeve. It is our basic sleeve, like you're cutting a balloon sleeve, you're just making it bold. And then we're just going to take our bicep measurements, or if it's getting to your elbow or whatever, like, you just take your measurements there just like so, and then we cut her. That is all we need for the sleeve. It is our basic sleeve. So now I'm just going to notch. Now for the front, I didn't show when I was cutting the front. I'm sorry about that. This is the front. Now when you're cutting the front, you're just going to fold that button allowance. You're not cutting with the button allowance. So after doing that, now we want to start smoking. Like, I actually did this for people who do not know how to smoke. Now when you're smoking, like, for people who don't know how to run with the smoky thread, they are just basically going to rule a line as your guide, so the lines will not be bent. You can run a line with either let's say 0.5 inches, 0.5 inches because you want it to be very tiny, 1 inches because you want it to be bold, like that is how your client wants it, 0.75, like the smaller the line, or rather the smaller the spacing, that is how tiny it is going to be. So we are just going to run it just like so. Now I'm ruling this lines for people who do not like, who have not done this smoky before. You are just going to rule a line, but don't rule bend lines like mine. You are just going to rule lines for both the two front sides, so you can carefully follow the lines. That way you can smoke, and by the time you do your smoky for 1 or 2 times, you see that it will be easy, and the next time you do your smoky without running any line. The black thread I'm holding is the smoky thread, so we're just going to use that thread on our reeler and start reeling one after the other, after joining after folding our up and down. So now I just decided to do this part for people who have not done this before. So like I said, the smoky thread will be inside the reeler. This is what the smoky thread looks like, and you're going to buy exactly the color you're working with. So we're just going to put that in our reeler, but the up thread is going to be the normal thread which we are always working with. And for this your what is it called, for this your shuttle thereabout, you are going to open it. You're not going to use the exact way you're using, because the reeler, I mean the smoky thread, is actually fat. So you are going to fold your up and your down. Like I said, those lines that you have ruled, those are the lines you are going to be matching one line after the other, and you take it to the end. You can see how I'm doing it. All you're basically doing is just to run a straight line, nothing else. You're not doing anything again. You're just running a straight line. That's why I said for people who've not done this before, you have to use follow the line. So this way you just be following the lines. You can see how I am doing this. You can see that I'm actually opening it. Now when you don't open it, remember that we added 5 inches to it. You've seen how it has shredded already. If you don't open it, you see that those parts that are actually gathering, like they will gather and they will shrink your fabric, and the next year after adding 5 inches, you see that it will not be enough for your body, which is not what we want. So I just showed like a tips of how it's going to be. You're just going to smoke like that from beginning to end. So you do that for the both front sides. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just taking off the thread. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is, remember that we have like a button line there, but now for our yoke, all we are going to do, we're take coming in by our 5 inches allowance. After that 5 inches, remember we marked 4.5 for the yoke, so we are just going to come in again by 4.5, so that we can easily know how to fix it, because now we've shredded this fabric already, so it's not looking exact same size which we actually drafted. So all you have to do to remember is, from this side you are just going to mark in that 5 inches allowance which we added. We didn't add the normal allowance, the 5 inches allowance which we added, that's what you are going to mark. After marking that again, you are still going to come forward by that 4.5, which I now connected to that neckline, if you remember, and then we are just going to pin the yoke to it and stitch on it. That is all like you need to do for the yoke, so you don't get confused. You can't just join the yoke just like so. So after that, please watch, because I actually turned my yoke upside down, but which I later corrected. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to stitch. After stitching, remember we removed 1.5 for our button allowance, so we're just going to connect this back, because if we had added like our button allowance to it, by now it would be looking shredded, so we could just place it on a straight line. After doing that, you can see even when I did not even smoke it together, you can see because of the elastic there, it's now automatically looking coiled. So all we need to do at this point, we're just going to join our shoulders together, like the front to the back, because these two smoked parts at the front. And like I said, initially at this point I had not decided to run 2 to 3 lines of the smoky, but while I was sewing, I just decided to run 2 to 3 lines from the waist for the back. So if you don't want to do that too, you can leave it just like so. Now for the sleeve, all we have to do is to hem the end part just like so, and then run about 2 to 3 lines. My sleeve is not that big, so it wasn't showing. So after doing that, we are just going to join. For our collar, we're doing a cut together collar, which is the up and the down together. So we're just going to come up by 1 inch and come in again by another 1 inch, just like so. After doing that, we're just going to mark 1 inch all the way down. But before marking this 1 inch, I'm sorry, you're just going to take your neck, your round neck, divided by 2. That's what I marked first before coming up with 1 inch. Please, I'm sorry. And then we're coming in again by that 1 inch which we came in earlier, and then I came up by 2 inch, and at the end 1.5. So we are just going to connect just like so. You can see how it is, and then connect to that 1 inch just like so. So after doing that, I'm coming out by 1.5 because I want to make a slant meeting with that other 1 inch which we came in together. So we're just going to slant it down just like so. And after doing that, you can decide to make a curve if you want to make a curve from this other down part. But if you don't want to make a curve, you can as well leave it like that. So we're just going to cut this out just like so. You can see how I'm cutting it. So I'm just going to take the scissors to that 0.5 and then take it out. So automatically this way we've cut our sleeves, our collar rather, together. You can see what it's looking like. So I'm just going to place this on a fabric. So this is all the fabric that I had. So I'm just going to add an extra black material to it, so I can have, for the both sides, so I can easily fold. You can see what is looking like. So the next thing we're going, I'm just taking off the excess. So you need to make 2 for this. If you have enough fabric, you just to double fold and place it on it. So the next thing we're going to do is this green part which I am cutting. We're just going to cut down to about 0.75, and then I used a tissue stay for this, so that's why you can see I'm using my iron to actually place it down so it can gum to the crepe fabric which I worked with. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do is for the green part, we're just going to fold down just like so. And after folding down, we're just going to use our iron to keep it in place, so know what we're working with. And also the black, I'm placing it on it just like so. And then we're just going to stitch around, and when you get to that curve part, you just run it straight. Now after running it straight, I'm just taking off the excess. Like I said, it shouldn't be more than like 0.75. So I'm just pressing down. You can see what I'm demonstrating, and by the end you just run it straight down. So this is what it looks like after I have done that. We're just going to turn our collar just like so and bring out whatever that is inside, and then we're just going to iron and press it down. You can see it is a cut together. So I'm just trying to fold the end part, because from the collar you can see that the front part does not have any neckline which it is being attached to, rather it is alone. So that's why you see that I am pressing this down, so we can stitch these 2 parts together, and they can it will be neat actually. So after doing that, we're just going to take the midpoint to the midpoint of the shirt and then pin down. So yeah, just sewing down to the shoulder, each of the shoulder which connected both the yoke and the back together. That is where you just stitch to. But before you are stitching down to that point, the other side, you just run a stitch to close it, because you know that at this point, like the black and the green, like they are open. So you are just going to stitch and decide if you want to top stitch at the top as well. So after doing that, you are done with it. So you can see this part I'm pointing. You can as well decide if you want to top stitch. So this is what it looks like. I'm just taking off excess thread, and because this is a cut together collar, so the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to iron, and that part which is 2 inches, we're just going to press it down just like so, so it can demarcate and show that it is a cut together or not a cut together. So press down just like so, and this is what our shirt looks like. We're done with it. You can go ahead to add your buttons. Like at this point, I had not added my buttons, so I just used like pins to hold on and even wear, so you can see what it's looking like. So this is what it looks like at the end of the day. Thank you so much if you have stayed to the end of this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel, because amazing tutorials will be dropping on this channel. For now, bye.